All right, race fans, we're here tonight, Hometown Heroes, and we got Heat Race 1, Flatline Racing Bodies Heat Race 1, and Corey, we're here at Cedar Lake here tonight.
Yes, we are up here in Wisconsin, cheese country, and Jill, I think we're going to have a good one here in the 305 division at least. They are all lined up, rolling around. They got another half lap of pacing to go behind the Steve King Foundation pace truck.
Good here tonight.
Green.
Green flag, we're racing. Right now, Joseph Canellis out front. Jack Chapman.
Yeah. Hold on, I was doing something. Yeah, up front here you got Joe Canellis, Zach Chapman up on the high side, Canellis down low. Spangler back in third place right now. Good little heat race going on so far, heat race number 1. This track is slicked off pretty good in the practice session they were running, and look at this, they almost thought about going 3 wide there. Patrick Spangler trying to tame the beast of Cedar Lake. Didn't he win all 3 divisions last week at Lernerville? So maybe he's trying to go for all 3 this week here at Cedar Lake, trying to get his foot off to the right start. Coming to the white flag with Zach Chapman right there in front of him. He's going to have one last shot at it on this 3/8 of a mile track. Can he get it done? Zach Chapman going to go for the block move on Spangler. Not going to be enough for Spangler. Zach Chapman wins heat race number 1. Spangler second. Canellis third. And Islesworth in fourth.
That was a good race, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I'm trying to get the ticker up here for you. Heat race number 2, Langdon Mechanical, taking an unheating and air conditioning company out of Hamilton area. Promise to their customers that they'll have their trained professionals up of the way, 100% for them. So, now as we got Brian Dickens starting out front in this one, Brian Moore Jr. there in second, Blake Chapman third, John Croup up in fourth, Dean Reynolds in fifth, and the Templeton Sticks, Kevin Fry seventh, 6, and then tumbled it up.
I'm not sure if he's actually made it to the server yet, or if he just decided not to run tonight in 305 after registering. So this will move Chapman up to the pole position for heat number 2. If he can win this, he'll start second in the feature event. Gotta try to make up all those spots that you can do in a heat race, because you get marred back in traffic for a feature. It's a little bit tough to get around on this track.
Oh, yeah. Are so good. Looking good out here.
Green.
Blake Chapman, early leader right now in heat number 2. Brian Moore Jr. right there in second place. This track just so slicked off. I mean, you got to almost run the cushion. See the cushion? It is all the way stacked on the outside wall here. All right, yeah, dude. Got it. Dean Reynolds there in third. He's trying to hold off Brandon Templeton. Haven't seen Templeton too much this season in the sprint cars. Nice to see him back in behind the wheel of one of these automobiles. And work his way towards that third position. Dean Reynolds right now trying to hold him off. You got to put that right side of the car right up on that cushion. It is very treacherous, because if you just bounce it too much, it's going to go right into the outside wall. Now we got a 3-car battle going on up here for a second spot. Brian Moore Jr. falling back a little bit towards Dean Reynolds, Brandon Templeton, but your race leader, Blake Chapman, commanding lead. He's trying to set himself for a good starting spot here in the feature event later on. See the checkered flag flying. Blake Chapman gonna win heat race number 2. Brian Moore Jr. second. Dean Reynolds third, and Templeton fourth.
All right. Appreciate Corey there, man. I got the ticker to come up for so we can see what's going on the track here tonight. Running blind. So Corey was keeping us up to date there. So now we got race number 2. Gonna grid it up. Joe Moose gonna be the man out front this one. Jeff Falero starting second, Cody Graham third, Bob Curtis up in fourth, Roger Craig gonna start fifth, Evan Chatham, man, there in 6th place spot. Good racy track so far, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, so far, it's a little top dominant, but sure, once we get through the feature where you got to make some moves, you're going to venture down towards the middle or even in around on the inside tires, little donuts as you call them.
Half donuts here tonight, so they still, I wouldn't want to hit them. Very hurt. Well, now, here's the thing too, man, Corey, is you talked about that and you mentioned it a minute ago about how it's topside dominant. Well, we've seen that a lot of times, and then later on in the feature of getting long green flag run, that bottom group comes in.
Yeah, and that has to do with just how many cars are on the track at the time. And you get behind the car on the high side, you just can't go anywhere. You can't pass them in the same groove, so you're eventually gonna move down towards the middle or the bottom side. There we go. Heat race number 3. Who's gonna start third for the feature? We're gonna find out 6 laps.
Out, Moose the man out front. Cody Graham last night winning it in the trail event and the race, the truck series. It was good running because we got some more drivers tonight in this trail series. Out here in a few. Jeff Falero there in third. Roger Craig trying to put that Bass machine up there in 4th place. He's got Chatham on the outside. They're battling it.
Yeah, look at that. Roger Craig doing a good job riding through the middle of the slick right now. Gavin Chatham with the momentum on the high side, though, able to get around him. So Roger Craig's going to fall back a little bit here to the 5th position once again. That's where he started.
I want to see when them cars go flying off into that little river and track.
You can't go in the little pond in the middle, Joe.
And that would be exciting to see. Moose out there swimming in the middle of the track because right now he's out front, man. Got this thing paddling strong, but he messes up just a little bit. Cody Graham throws a slide job to the inside. Not able to stick it just quite yet, though.
It's just so hard to throw it in a 305. You see Cody Graham maybe making up a little bit of ground there on the inside. Gets the block thrown to him by Joseph Moose. Joseph Moose going to hang on for the race win here in heat number 3. Cody Graham second. Gavin Chatham picks up third, and Falero 4.
Awesome. Who your favorite driver is out there, definitely check out C2CRL.com. We got heat race number 4. I haven't had one of them in a while. It's going to be... What you got? Oh, that's sad. Hey, Roger.
Well,
man.
We just haven't had too many races.
We haven't had a heat race 4 in like forever. Oh, Lord of mercy. Mow your forms, Clarence. Had top-notch trucker there in heat race number 3, but mow your forms. Management, Clarence, Iowa. Proud sponsors of the retreads, 55-plus division. There we go. Jack Clevenger going to start out front with Andy Patton in second. Gary Taylor there in third. Brian Moore Sr. fifth. Brian Moore Sr. fourth. Stephen Bixler fifth. Adam Ross up in the 6th. And yeah, folks, at least honest with you.
Yeah, I have not seen 4 heat races in forever, actually. It's been a while. It's nice to see the 4 heat races. That means it's a healthy field out here tonight for the 305 division. Hopefully carries on over into the 360s after these are done, but we still got this heat race, maybe a B main, and then the feature event to come. We're fixing to go green. Steve King Foundation Pace Truck pulling off. Clevenger gonna lead them off.
Yes. Flag's about to fly here tonight. Cedar Lake, you see Clevenger board there already 4 wide. There goes Senior. Ross and Bixler all in the. I just got clobbered.
Well, top 4 transfer directly to the feature right now. That's going to be Steve Bixler holding on to the final important transfer spot. Your top 3, they are pretty well set sailing as long as they stay smooth, don't make a mistake, and don't spin out or wreck each other. They're pretty much guaranteed a spot.
Yes, it is. Clevenger, man, right there with Taylor.
See Gary Taylor running the bottom side of the racetrack right now. He's riding in the 2nd position, drifts up to the wall on the straightaway, then goes right back down to the inside in the corners. Not sure if it's working out too good. I mean, it's working out good enough. It's just if he doesn't smack the wall on the straightaway, that's when it really works out a whole lot better. But Andy Patton trying to use the outside now. He goes down to the inside and turn 3 and 4. He's watching Gary Taylor get around this 3/8 of a mile racetrack, thinking, hey, maybe I'll go down there and try it. But look at this. We almost got a battle for the lead, but white flag last time through 3 and 4 here. Can Clevenger hold on? He is indeed. Gary Taylor 2nd, Patton 3rd, and the mayor are going to get 4th. We're either going to go to a warm-up or we're going to see a B-main here. I think we're going to see a B-main. We are indeed, Joe.
Are in the B main. Gambler Motorsports B main. Go. We got Kurt Shatner going to be the man out front in this one. John Krupa there in 2nd. Roger Craig starting up in 3rd. Brian Moore Sr. there in 4th. John Rayner in 5th. Kevin Fry 6th. Bob Curtis 7th. Donovan Ross 8th. Randy Shreves in 9th. Brian Dickens in 10th. So here's a quiz for you. When's the last time we seen a B main on the Hometown Heroes? It's got to be last season sometime. Maybe not even. I don't even think it was last season. I'd be like
Knoxville era.
Yeah. Wow.
It may be one of the races at Eldora. I have a feeling one of the races at Eldora had a B main, but that's about definitely Knoxville
in a
era.
hot minute. We'll say that. Been a hot minute.
8
Roger.
cars, 9 of them.
Roger, get out your thinking cap. Last time we had a B main. That's a Bill Calder question. Bill, last time we had a B main here at the Hometown Heroes, because it's been a while. Like you said, that's pretty good food.
Yeah, 8 cars out of 9 here in the B main are going to move on, so we're going to eliminate one of these drivers. It's just a question of who after 8 laps. It is not a very long race here. 8 laps, anything and everything can happen. Just do not make a mistake. Stay out of the trouble zone. Roger, you're in 3rd. You can do it.
Yes. Yes.
We are not going to go fishing tonight.
Roger ain't getting eliminated. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it right now. I tell you who is. Either Bob Curtis or Brian Dickens, because they didn't start.
Oh my, okay, so everybody on track right now guaranteed a starting position in the feature. Just a matter of where do they want to start at.
Yeah, look at this
further
madhouse.
up you go, yeah, look at that. They are 3 wide, 4 wide. Might as well just have been 6 wide almost there momentarily. You see John Krupa trying to hold off Roger Craig, and they're going to have a meeting on the back straightaway. Donovan Ross losing a front wing on his car.
All right, he's still hanging in strong. Kurt Schatzer out front. Meanwhile, behind them, man, they are 3 wide, beating and banging. Craig's in the mix. Krupa's around. Brian Moore Sr. gets through. I think they forgot that these cars can't do no side-by-side paint swapping. Get a lot of rubber.
Yeah, they definitely did a little bit of tire rubbing right there. Still Roger Craig through the whole entire mess it was. In 3rd, he's trying to go for 2nd over John Rayner. Rayner on running the high side. Craig on the bottom. This track is actually helping out Roger Craig more than it's hurting him. you know what? Maybe we need to slick it up every week for Roger.
Ooh, right now,
Ooh,
Roger up for a
Rainer.
second. I told you, look at him. Talking about him this week, he's getting good. Man went on vacation, came back firing on all 8 cylinders. Look at him right now. Don't get the half donuts, selling hard. Got enough time to run down Schatzer. 747 Jumbo out here. Craig looking strong. Schatzer looking really strong. More senior right behind him. White flag.
Last time around 3/8 mile track for Schatzer. He's coming out of turn number 4. He's going to pick up B-Main win. And Roger Craig second. Brian Moore Sr. third. Rainer 4. Fry 5th. Trees 6. Ross with no front wing 7th. And somebody scored an 8th here. They're going to score Krupa.
All right, a little warm-up time. We'll be right back here in a few, folks.
Yeah, Lucy Olsen, talented sophomore.
All right, we're back here. Feature time, too. Let's look at the catalytic club. We're starting to line up here tonight. Got a good field. Cedar Lake Wises. Zach Chapman going to be out front in this one, but Blake Chapman right there beside him. So the Chapman gang 1 and 2. Joe Moose going to be there in 3rd. Kurt and Jack Clemens are up in 4th. Patrick Spangler 5th. Brian Moore Jr. up in 6th. Cody Graham 7th. Gary Taylor is going to be up in 8th. Joseph Canellis 9th. Reynolds there 10th. Look to the rest of this field here because, like Corey just said, 24 cars.
Yeah, biggest field we've had in forever. I mean,
Yeah.
at least since Knoxville era, maybe
Greg must
one
be
of
giving
the
out free
outdoor
tickets or
races.
something.
Craig? Are you giving out free money?
Us.
Aw. Maybe he's giving out free fishing lessons.
Yeah.
I mean, I would go on a boat with Roger. Maybe he can do like a prize where you get to go on a boat with Roger. Go
Yeah,
fish.
that would be a good. That would be probably a good like championship thing. Though. I mean, he comes down in the States a lot. So.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I would
maybe
go on
like-
a boating, fishing trip with Roger Craig.
Fishing trip with Craig.
Oh boy, look at all of these cars, Joe. I don't know, man. This is gonna be
Or you could
one.
get a fish trophy,
hoot of a
man.
race.
You get like a
I
fish
do.
trophy, man. That would be cool.
I want one of them singing fishes.
Yeah, get like a fish trophy, man, here at Coast to Coast. That would be cool.
Yeah, here we go. Somebody's gonna win this 24 car field 305 division. We are all Zach Chapman, Blake Chapman. The Chapman's out front.
It is right now. You see, man, Zach's got the handle here. Meanwhile, because Blake has got Joe Moose right up underneath him, giving him a little bit of wrestling. But here comes Blake to the outside. We talked about does the
caution.
inside groove caution out, but when we talk about that inside groove, does go back here to Gamble Motorsports? Man, they were 4 wide in the back here. And talk about Craig. I think he fouled in this one. Oh, he got punched in the back. Around a little bit right there, but yeah, they were racing in that back there.
Yeah, they were. They were 4 wide there for a moment, and then Craig got fish hooked.
Yes, come on, got happy. All right, Zach Chapman's loving it. Out front. These are the 305s.
Yeah.
The mini machines of the wing sprints.
Well, they're all the same size car. It's just the smallest motor of the options. Huh.
Wing sprint.
Okay, well, here maybe you never know. It could be the next update. They're gonna release some micro sprints, Joe.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. Maybe we can
Another
get a
division they're going
hometown.
to add on the hometown. We'll
Well,
have micro,
I think-
305, 360, 410.
Well, I think we could replace the 305s with the micro sprints, Roger. You take
We're going to
notes
replace
here.
that Xfinity series. I had a full night of dirt. Oh, well, they say rain's coming.
Yeah, can we race dirt in the rain? Please. One night.
Do they race dirt and roll?
And depends on if it's an enduro series.
Green flag. Zach Chapman out front. Blake's right there with him. Look at this 2 wide mess all the way throughout the field. They are definitely stacked up. Go back about mid-pack here because they're 4 wide almost back here in the back.
Which part of the mid-pack are we even talking about? Because there's about 3 different mid-packs here. There's one around in the
10th,
12
somewhere in that
area.
area.
They're
Wow.
still all 3 wide. Look at this. You got to pick a lane and go with it. It's like the rodeo around here.
Or the
Everybody's...
Blippy cam to check out everything.
You can't even keep up with any of them back
I
there.
know.
There's about
Well,
20
you know what I
of
used
them
to say
wide.
about dirt racing? He's action in the front, middle, and the back. Oh,
Oh,
Taylor in the
10.
wall.
Taylor in the
Taylor in the
wall.
wall,
We got
though.
cars slowed up everywhere. Taylor
Well,
trying
Taylor's
to
hurt.
limp his way
Taylor's hurt.
around.
Yeah,
He's
hurt,
going to
though.
have to pull that car down to the infield or try
Yeah,
to limp around.
Look, the car, the wheel, the tire is actually inside the dirt track.
It is. He's going to
Dead.
limp it up to the pit road. Thankfully,
Oh.
going to stay green here. Gary Taylor pulling it off the racetrack on lap number 7. Still out front, though, Zach Chapman and leading over Blake Chapman. Jack Clevenger riding in the
Yes.
3rd position. Patrick Spangler up to the 4th position.
So right now, the top 3 have kind of got single file trying to pull away. You got Spangler. He's got Moose right there with him a little bit. Moore Jr.'s trying to sit on the high side. This is when you start getting those packers side by side throughout here. Got Reynolds, Graham, Canellis, Flero and company. I mean, it is a trailblazing mess going on back here.
Yeah, and out of everybody in this field, Kevin Fry right now, the only hard charger, up 5 spots. As many as there is up 4. Gavin Chatham up 4 and 7. He just needs one more and he can break the tiebreaker. Now Flero being showed at +6, and they're going to make contact. They're going to have a little meeting here on the front straight leg. Flero and Graham, wow.
Oh, caution out. We'll go back here and see what happened. Malcolm Miller. Jeff Flero, Cody Graham. Oh, Graham got a little bump in the back. That upset him a little bit. They went 3 wide, and him and Flero just kind of locked up tires, and from there, you know, that don't really turn out too well. Hey, man, that was racy.
Yes, it was, and
It
throughout,
looks like Blake Chapman got the lead.
that's all I'm saying. Throughout, sometime in the last couple of laps there, Blake Chapman overtook Zach Chapman, and apparently so did Jack Clevenger. They're scoring him in 2nd position, so Zach must have made a little mistake and fell back and got scored in 3rd.
Come on, Zach.
We should be going single file here as well, as we are under 10 to go. Look at this. You can almost be in back straightaway if you're in last position if you're single file, which we are single file. Blake Chapman, for reference, in turn 2, the last place car pretty much just now entering turn 1.
Chapman, man, Blake out front in this one. Clevenger, Zach.
Green flag.
Here we go. The popcorn man gonna try to get the advantage over Jack Clevenger. He has that early lead. Clevenger a little bit in the wall there on the cushion. Here comes Patrick Spangler. He's trying to put himself into the podium position, looking to get to Zach Chapman. Zach Chapman riding around on the middle top side of the racetrack. Goes to the cushion down here in turn number 1. A little bit sideways there. Maybe tires falling off a little bit. We have not seen a track this slick before as well. So definitely playing into the tire wear. Here comes Spangler with the slider. Almost thought about going for a 2 and 1. Just takes the 1 spot though over Zach Chapman. Zach Chapman with the crossback, or at least attempting to. Not going to make it happen out of turn number 4. Patrick Spangler going hang on to 3rd for the time being.
Yeah, and you got Chatham back here. He's got a front row seat to watching what's going on. Meanwhile, he's got Brian Moore Jr. on his outside with Dean Reynolds there along with him. It looks like they're trying to get a little single file, but maybe that inside lane's coming in a little bit. I have to see if we get a longer green flag run. Somebody can maybe throw some A-maker slide jobs here.
And not much longer to go in this race, though. Lap 17 out of 20. You see Joe Moose, he's about the furthest one up through the field, trying to inside line right now, trying to catch up to Zach Chapman, move him up to the 4th spot, but just not able to succeed quite yet. You see behind him, Brian Moore Jr. and Gavin Chatham going at Chatham on the inside of Jr., trying to make his way up to the 6th position. Not quite going to get it that lap.
Wrangler up to 3rd already, man. You've got, like I say, Clevenger there in 2nd. Blake Chapman's still out front. This one, Zach Chapman's falling back to 4th. Joe Moose to 5th. He's got his hands full of Brian Moore Jr. White flag one more time.
One last time through 3 and 4 for the popcorn man, Blake Chapman, trying to start off the night good. He gets the feature win. It's Jack Clevenger 2nd, Spangler 3rd, Zach Chapman 4th, and Joe Moose rounding out your top 5.
That was good. Guys up here and get a word with him. Brown Spangler, let's get a word.
Hey, Patrick, you get a copy on me?
Yep, gotcha.
Well, one of the larger fields that we've seen in a long while. You're able to put yourself up in a good position for starting and good finish here. Talk us through it.
Yeah, I was going to be behind the 8-ball when I was finished 2nd in the heat race. There starts me 5th. I knew Blake was going to win, so So yeah, I just tried keeping it smooth, picking off some guys, and I was trying to run down Jack, but he was just pretty quick.
Absolutely. We seen you running the high side. Do you think you would have had to use the bottom if they were racing any more up at the front for you?
Maybe because they probably would have been battling out, throwing sliders and killing momentum. But yeah, I just didn't really have it for him right now or today.
Well, man, still top 3 here in 305. Before we send you off, you got anybody to thank?
Yeah, just you and Joe for the awesome broadcast each week. Roger from the league, Dad and Uncle Beckham watching, Dude XM Designs, and hopefully we can carry us to the next race.
Yeah, folks, 3rd place ever, Patrick Spangler.
Yeah, it is. Did what he needed to do. We'll bring up old Jack up here. Let's get a word with him.
Hey, Jack, you got a copy on me?
I gotcha.
Well, larger field than that we've seen in forever, but you put yourself in a good position. You finished 2nd. Talk us through that race.
Yeah, I haven't run 305s in months, and it's just so much momentum. You know, you just got to figure out how to run the top as fast as you can, but not crash yourself. And yeah, just kind of hang on. Everybody's the same speed, except for Blake, of course. He made me look like an idiot, but here we are.
Well, we see you running up at the top side. Did you ever think about maybe attempting to go down to the bottom?
Yeah, but I'm not very good around the bottom here. I'm pretty good around the top. I managed to hit them tires in there and screw myself all up when I ran the bottom.
Well, man, you still played it safe. You still got 2nd place. You got anybody to thank here?
Just thank Devo and the 2 Bryans and you guys for the broadcast, Roger, and the C2C guys for the place of race.
Yeah, folks, your 2nd place driver, Jack Clevenger.
Yes, man, old Jack doing what he needs to do. But here we go. We're calling the popcorn man. He's up front. Blake joined the booth.
Yep, I got you, Joe.
Well, he was able to get out front and hang on to it. How's you feeling on this track tonight?
Yeah, I was feeling pretty good. Maybe not so great early. Definitely the key was starting up front, but Zach wasn't going to hand it to me. I had to work for it just a little bit, and once I got around him, I felt really good out in clean air, and I could run the line that I wanted to run and felt really good, and figured as long as I kept it out of the wall, I had the thing won.
Up front, man, looking strong. Got anybody want to thank for a win?
Yep, got to thank my parents and grandparents for watching and supporting. All the guys at the Krite Sim Racing team. I got to thank Preston at Epsilon Sprint Wraps and Andy at A&J Custom Creations. I also got to give a shout out to Galen's Gourmet Popcorn. The holidays are coming up and they're going to have some new flavors coming out soon. So keep your eye open for that, and don't forget to use code CART at checkout for 15% off of your purchase. And I got to thank you guys for putting this broadcast on.
I have a Christmas tree.
Well, last year they had a couple different Christmas flavors, so you'll have to go out and you'll have to go over and check them out, Joe.
There we go. Well, I'll tell you what, Blake Chapman bringing her home tonight. Folks, don't go anywhere. We got 360 wing sprints coming up here shortly. We'll be right back. All right, folks, here we go. 360 wing sprint time. We're going to heat race 1. Flat line racing bodies. Look at this grid real quick. Kevin Fry going to be out front. Dean Reynolds going to start in second. Jeff Flero going to be the man in third. Gary Taylor starting in fourth. Ross Carenta there in fifth. Stephen Bixler in sixth. Blake Chapman seventh. Bob DeGood, he's going to be the man in eighth. Oh, good racing those 305s earlier, Corey.
Yeah, we did. That was a full field as well, and looking pretty strong here tonight. About almost 22 cars.
Nice. Don't have no B main in this one.
No B main, but still full field of hungry drivers. And Kevin Fry, this is one of the first times we've seen him start up front.
He got a wheelie.
No, I did not catch a wheelie. I was not looking from behind.
Dean Reynolds there. I get excited when they do the wheelies.
Oh, look at this. Look at this starting in
He's trying to pop another
one.
one. He hears me talking. Look, he's going, I get that one for Joe. That one's for Joe.
That's for Joe. He is trying to do it in the corner.
He's trying to do it in the corner. See, yeah, he's like, I hear Joe up there.
There you go.
Now he's showing off. Look, now he's showing off.
Dean,
Lord
okay, now you got to go win.
Yeah, now you got to go win. When you do, you got to do a celebrated wheelie.
Blake Chapman, he's going to have to come through the field here, and here he's number one.
Wow. Lights off on the pace truck. Here we go. Foundation pace truck takes off. We get that to go green flag. Kevin Fry, Reynolds up front. Green flags flying here tonight. 360 wing sprints, hometown heroes, and Fry gets a good jump on the field. Meanwhile, Carenta, Taylor, Chapman, and company, they're in a bunch back here.
Yes, they are. And you see Blake Chapman, he's going to try to make up as many spots as possible. Gary Taylor in the wall, and Chapman gets involved. The mayor gets involved. The mayor with a broke right front tire on his automobile, but somehow Blake Chapman, through the ping pong action right there, he's able to stay in the top 5 for the time being. Oh my, Dean Reynolds and Kevin Fry, trouble over in turn 3 and 4.
Oh, that wheelie didn't work out to him too good for him.
Nah.
Laro still out front in this one. He's got heat by Carenta. Carenta throws a slide job move on him to the inside. Flero falls back to second. Blake Chapman has moved it up to third. He's on the move, man. He's got a little bit of slow traffic right in front of him. Time's going to wind out. These two guys up front, though, man, they're throwing slide jobs on each other.
Yeah, white flag for Carenta and Flero. Carenta, a little bit of the advantage going down here in turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Will he be able to hold off? Yes, he is. Ross Carenta, your heat race number 1 winner. Flero, second. Chapman, third. And Kevin Fry will be scored in the 4th position.
A way to kick off the 3 wing sprints here tonight. Hometown heroes, Coast2Coast Racing League. Heat race number 2. Right, Lane the Mechanical. Back over here. All right. On sweet time. There we go. Look at the grid here. We got Jeffrey Barker going to be the man out front in this. Joe Moose starting second. Andy Patton up in third. Brian Moore Jr. and Sr. 4th and 5th. Brandon Aylensworth up there in 6th. And Patrick Spangler starting in 7th place. So the heavy hitter guys having to run through the field. Spangler, Chapman, and company. Ow.
And get their work cut out for them here in the 360 division. This makes it more exciting for when we get into the feature event here later on. You got both BMJ, BMS there, Brian Moore Jr. and Sr. both in the yellow cars. They're iconic yellow.
Well, I hope everybody's getting excited about Turkey Day next week. If you're in the U.S., I know there's some Canada-based folks. But the U.S., Turkey Day, Thanksgiving, everybody getting up excited about it. I'm going to eat some hammy ham. That's what I eat. As far as I know, we still will have Hometown Heroes next Wednesday. I know that's the day before Thanksgiving, so hopefully not too many people are out of town that night.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be here with you we do have a broadcast. And look at that, Jeffrey Barker going to get a little bit left behind by Joe Moose. Now Barker going to try to work his way back on the inside. Trying to lead lap number 1. Who's going to be? It's going to be the Moose man, Joe Moose, out at the front. Here comes Brian Moore Jr. He does pretty good in these sprint cars. We've seen him finish top 3 before in a feature one time back when we were running at Kern County, and then we switched over to Cedar Lake, Lernerville. But right now, trying to move his way up throughout the field, trying to pick up the final 2 spots here. Set himself up for a good feature position. Look at this. They are still 2 wide for the race lead. Brian Moore Jr. thinking about making it 3 wide. And Spangler, he's lurking. Don't count him out quite yet. Lap number 5 in the books. 2 to go.
Yeah, it is. You got Moose out front. Barker right there second. Moore Jr., he's looking on. Now Patrick Spangler's putting his nose in the mix. Man, we're riding along on top here with Moore. And just shows you how close quartered racing they are.
Look at that. He kind of cut it down early out of turn number 2. Who's it going to be? Drag race to the checkered flag. It is going to be Joe Moose, Barker Jr., and Spangler.
Wow, Spangler tried. He came up there to 4th, man. What a run through the field. Heat race number 3. Top Notch Trucking. Right, Top Notch Trucking. They'll haul about anything for you. Let's look at the grid here real quick because these guys up front so far.
According to Roger Craig, we are on for next week.
Okay, cool. All right. I was just making sure, because, hey, oh, good deal. Greg now is going to start second on this one. Brian Dickens up there out front. Donovan Ross 3rd. Randy Strees in 4th. Got Clevenger 5th. Jeffrey Kemper 6th. And Brian Dickens in 7th. So definitely tune in next week. If you're not with your family, tune in next week. Definitely. Got some hometown heroes, man.
Yeah, gonna
Awesome.
have a good time.
Awesome. Roger says, heck yeah, man. Always like confirm. Never know.
Absolutely. We love you, Roger Craig. We appreciate you bringing us on board to broadcast your series
That's right.
throughout the week. We did it the
Or still
last
wants to
night.
go fishing
Tuesday.
with you, though.
If he comes to Ohio, we can go fishing.
You heard that, Craig. If you ever make it out to Ohio, Corey said he was going to go fishing.
All right, I'll record it when I get
Now, if you can
out of
find
the
him
boat.
in the woods, Roger, that is. While Roger out front in this one. Look at this. Green flag flies. Here we go. Heat race 3 underway. Chatham, the man right behind him here. Craig falls back in the 3rd. Here comes Kemper. Clevenger and company. Oh, boy.
Clevenger trying to back up his second place finish in the 305
Who's that
division.
put their nose in there?
That was Clevenger almost getting into the back-handed Kemper right there. Just had to back out of it. He's falling all the way back to the last position right now. Randy Shreves, we haven't seen Shreves in a long while as well. He's trying to make his way up through the field a little bit, make up a couple of positions. Roger Craig still fighting for the top 3. They are fighting for the race lead up at the front, though. Donovan Ross versus Gavin Chatham got Gavin to the race lead right now. We're going to have 2 to go at the line.
Yeah, Chatham, Ross, Kemper, top 3. Craig, man, hanging on right there in the 4th. Clevenger's back there in the 5th. Freeze, Dickens, man, all in the top here as Craig's getting slammed around a little bit. He gets in the back of Kemper. Oh, no.
And he kept on hitting Kemper and made it out. He's going to be in the 5th position, see if he stays there or if he falls back. But Gavin Chatham with the race win. Donovan Ross 2nd. Clevenger 3rd. Randy Shreves 4th. And Roger Craig, he's going to send it well into the pit road tire barrier. Oh, my. We'll warm up.
Warm up. We'll be right back here in a few, folks.
For Lucy Olsen, she has her first point. Yeah, Lucy Olsen, talented sophomore.
All right, here we go, folks. Feature time 360 wing sprints here tonight. Cedar Lake. Good field out here too. What think?
Yeah, good, healthy field. About what, 21 drivers? Yeah, 21 drivers, because Brian Dickens is not in the server, so 21 cars gonna start up here in the 360s. I like Cedar Lake. I've always loved it. Well, I'm a late model guy, so I obviously love it. But these sprint cars, they're doing pretty good around this track.
Oh yeah, you got Ross Carrenta, Joe Moose, Chatham, Valero and company. Ought to be a good race. How many cars we got? 22 machines out here tonight. Oh, somebody didn't get. Brian Dickens didn't get. All right, so 21. Dickens not coming out here. Well, most notable here is you got Blake Chapman going to be back in 6 and 7. Spangler back there in 11th, so they're going to have the work cut out to come through the field.
Yeah, definitely going to be a little bit of a workout for him. Not to mention Kevin Fry, he's pretty good in these sprint cars as well. He's starting deep in 10th. So maybe we see someone new up here at the board. Maybe Flaro. Flaro's starting 4th. We haven't seen him up front in forever.
Yeah, it used to be Flaro. We call him the hard charger man. He's starting to back. He come flying through the field. He has some good finishes and whatnot here. Lately, he's been starting up front. The problem is he starts in the back. He comes through the field. He starts in the front. He goes back to the back.
Green flag, green flag.
Kind of wrong way. Green flag. Carrenta. Chatham up front here. Meanwhile, they're already side by side. Remember we saw it was almost 4 wide, but they're 3 wide to mid-pack.
Absolutely good hard racing here early on, lap number 2 already. And, I mean, it's just as chaotic as it was in the 305, and yeah.
Woo, I don't know if
They were
you saw
making
that or
contact.
not. We got a car sideways. He held
Kevin
on
Fry.
to it. Wow. That was a good save.
Yes, it was by Kevin Fry back there. He's got the mayor in front of him. Tries not to get in the back of the mayor. The mayor running on the inside. Roger Craig running in the inside. He's running in the top 15 right now. For the time being, gets a little bit close to the car on his outside. Those Brandon Islesworth that he got close to had to back out of it.
That's just battle around 10th place spots. You got Spangler, Shreves, and good.
Yes, you do. Randy Shreves, a little bit of contact with Jack Clevenger right there. Has to try to correct the car. Patrick Spangler, he's rolling the inside, trying to make up as much ground as he possibly can. Just hasn't been able to come through the field like he probably would hope. He's got Blake Chapman right there in front of him as well, yeah.
Those two guys, man, have just stepped away from the field 1.6 seconds over Jeffrey Barker here, was sitting in 3rd with Flaro there in 4th. Moore Sr. Meanwhile, round 5th, 6th, that's where you get those side by side.
Absolutely. Brian Moore Jr. right now in the 5th spot, holding it off over Donovan Ross. They got him 3 wide right behind Joe Moose. Shuts the door on Blake Chapman. You got all the fan favorites around in this area. You got Spangler, Moose, Clevenger, Chapman. You got Shreves in the mix. Now, and Clevenger hits a little half-stale donuts on the inside, gets a little bit out of shape, and caution flag is going to save him.
Oh, Moore Senior crashing. See what happened to him. He's back here by himself. Oh.
Like looking like the mayor.
Oh, it was Kemper and him in front of him, and Moore Senior had nowhere to go. Popped him. Brought out the Gambler Motorsports caution and looked at it on the Malcolm Mills replay. But meanwhile, it's all Ross Carrenta out front. That's like a NASCAR.
Hey, Ross Carrenta? Yeah, it sounds like a NASCAR driver name.
think he actually drives real dirt car. Probably something. Roger, give me some insight on Ross Correnti.
Feel
Oh,
like
Roger,
it.
he gives us investigative reporting now. On with fishing update and tips.
Let's see. We'll ask him if he comes up here. Could not find a Ross Correnti race car driver. Well, he's a race car driver. He's just a virtual race car driver. And he's doing a pretty good job at it right now so far.
Line, out front lead. Looking strong. Chatham right there behind him. Barker sitting in third. Green flags back at it again. Correnti drops the hammer. He's out front. Moore Jr. trying to pinch down Spangler. About the way you get it down on the inside. And that actually helps a little bit because it puts Spangler back in sixth. Spangler says, forget about it. I'll throw my nose in there no matter what. He's down there in the putt-putt lane, man, looking good. Spangler's up to fifth. Moore Jr.'s behind him. They sit clanging and banging, though.
Yeah, look at that four wide. Spangler grabs a little donut right there. He's going to drop back a couple more spots. All the spots that he made up, that's gone away.
Gone. Like that.
Gone.
Done. He's still having a little hard time down on the bottom side. Meanwhile, Blake Chapman's moved it up to six. Oh, and yellow flag. Roger Craig. Uh-oh. Somebody killed the 747 jumbo machine. Oh, well, he might have got... Oh, he came down, got clipped. Bam! Right in the Taylor. Two salty dogs got salty on the track.
Not the salty dogs, Joe.
I know. Not what we wanted to see.
Pretty sure they clarify you as a salty dog sometimes.
Man, I ain't in the age bracket yet.
You ain't in the age bracket for a salty dog?
Got to be 55 or old.
You ain't fit. No, okay. He's lying, people.
Check it out. Retreads. Didn't I say earlier retreads when I
Yeah.
cut out the sponsor? 55. Uh-huh.
You ain't 55. Okay. Uh-huh. Right. We know, guys, he lives up in the mountains.
I live near the mountains, about 2 hours. I mean, I know you in the woods.
Now he has to send the video proof of taking the trash out and show the general area.
Around a bunch of old people.
Ross Correnti, he's loving this race. He's out at the front. He's going to have it single file for him this upcoming restart.
Folks,
Lights
if you're
are
having
off.
a good time on Hometown Heroes, so maybe go to your local bingo hall or something. I couldn't tell you. Like going single file.
Yes, we are indeed. We're going to go single file. It is a long way all the way to the back of the field, but luckily for Correnti, he doesn't have to worry about
You
it.
know what it is, Corey?
What is
I
it?
think a lot of these guys up here lose concentration on the track because we make them crack up. So
Well, yeah,
Look at
that's
that.
probably true.
Donovan Ross, man, see, he was up there doing good. Next thing you know, field got stomped up behind him. They're back at it again, 3 wide, back in the back here, mid-pack, around 7th place spot. Spangler, he's driving angry through the mid-pack here with Moore Jr., Blake Chapman there. Donovan Ross, you're right, we might see a first-time winner here tonight. Well, not first time, but at least a new winner.
A different face up here in the booth. Right now, though, Blake Chapman, he's got a couple more laps to try to move himself up into the top 3. He's riding behind Jeff Flero. Flero trying to run in the same tire tracks as what Blake Chapman is running in. Flero goes to the middle in 3 and 4. Chapman stays up on the high side. He's not sure if Chapman has enough time to get up to the top 3. Maybe Flero does to get to the top 3. He gets around Jeffrey Barker momentarily. Barker maybe running out of real estate down on the inside line. White flag in the air, though, for Correnti and your second place driver, Gavin
Yeah,
Chatham.
you got Flero. The battle's on for third. Flero's there. Barker, Chapman, man, they're coming out of turn 3 and 4. Down the back stretch one more time as they come across the line. Flaro's going to take third. It's going to Carenta, Chatham, Flaro. Top three. What a race it was here tonight. Man, put it on the line here too.
Good racing out of these boys in the 360 division.
All these guys. On Discord. All right, that's Flaro. Bring him up here. Let's get a word with him.
Hey Jeff, you get a copy on me? You got a copy on me, Jeff?
I hear you.
All right, well, Jeff, pretty big field here tonight in the 360s. Get yourself up to a podium finish. Talk us through it a little bit.
Oh, that was a good finish for me. I was just trying to keep the car straight. I've been dealing with a broken bone in my wrist, so I haven't been racing as much, but I had the bug to get out and run some laps tonight, and I had fun, but I got to be careful.
Well, man, either way, you did a good job. We wish you well on the broken bone there, but still a good top three. You got anybody to like thank?
Yeah, Speaking Speedway, the wife for letting me do it, and Ocean Group for coming on board early for next season.
There you have, folks. Your third place here, Jeff Flaro.
Absolutely, old Flaro doing what he needed to do. Well, let's bring up old Carenta up here and let's get a word with him.
Hey, Ross, you got a copy on me?
Yep, I got you.
Well, man, you started out at the front, and that's where you kept it. Just talk us through this race.
Yeah, I knew starting up front it was basically just going to be a, basically don't make any mistakes and probably would be able to hold on for the win. Gavin's a good driver. I know he wouldn't do anything dirty or anything like that. He'll race you hard and stuff, but I knew if I could just kind of keep the car clean, he probably wouldn't have enough laps to try anything. So it's kind of what luckily I was able to keep it clean, and here we are.
Absolutely, you kept it smooth. Now, okay, Ross, we were trying to determine, do you race in real life or something?
I do not. I wish I could, but I don't. I just grew up with, actually my grandpa started taking me to the races when I was like 2 years old, and just kind of fell in love with it, and that's that story, I guess. But racing in real life would be fun, but no, I don't do that.
Well, either way, you dominated here in the virtual world. Before we send you off, you got anybody to like thank?
Yeah, like to thank the Phantom Motorsports guys, M9 Performance, Weichel Sportswear, Power Outdoors, Velocity Race Design. You guys for putting on the show. Everybody behind the scenes making this league like. And then if I could just say one thing, we've got I don't, but David Allen's got a memorial race coming up for Sean Timmerman, December 21st. It's open to anybody. Sprint cars is gonna be prelims and gonna basically be kind of the number of prelims is gonna be based on how many cars registers they get to run the race. It's free. Free will donation if you want. All the proceeds go to Sean's family. So just thought I'd throw that out there.
There you have, folks, your race winner, Ross Carenta.
Absolutely, man. Doing what he needed to do. Bring this guy up here, Gavin Chatham. Gavin, join the booth. You got a copy?
I hear you guys.
Well, man, I tell you what, you was able to turn this thing up, get up in the second. How's you feeling on that track?
I was feeling pretty good. We were, I was talking to Ross there, and I was wishing that we had a nice run going there, and I was wishing that caution didn't come out because I was just finding my rhythm, and I felt really good. And I was starting to chip away at Ross a little bit there. We could have got the race, but then that caution came out, and it really kind of messed me up a little bit. Then I had to refine it again. Me and him were running lap times very similar to each other, and Ross is good, and congrats to him on the win. But no, we felt good, and definitely thinking about it too in the long stretch here. We're involved with the points battle here, so I didn't want to push it too hard and do something crazy and end up getting over the wall or getting in a wreck. So but all in all, it was a good night for us. Points nights, and definitely take a second place for sure.
Right now, man, you look strong, but coming up here, man, putting in seconds. You got anybody you want to thank?
I just want to thank you guys for doing an awesome job with the broadcast, and I want to thank Coast to Coast Racing and all the sponsors, everybody behind the scenes that does an awesome job putting this on for us to come out and race. I just want to thank Chatham Motorsports, Mike Schick Motorsports Design, Velocity Race Design, Northeast Outlaw Motorsports, and Miller Time Motorsports. Thank you for all the sponsors and all the help. I want to thank the fans for coming out and watching and supporting the races, and I hope we put on a good show for you all every week. And I just want to thank my fans for coming out and supporting as well.
Absolutely. There you go. Second place man, Gavin Chatham. Well, we got 410 wing sprints. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, here we go. Bad boys here tonight. 410 wing sprints. Get set, heat race 1, flatline, racing bodies. Race 1. Good night so far, Corey.
Yes, it has been good fields all throughout the night. Still good field here in the 410s. So should be good race here. Track is slicking up a little bit for these drivers.
Oh yeah. Got some good ones here, and Donovan Ross going to start us out in this one.
Yes, he is. Donovan Ross always good in the sprint car. Jeffrey Barker, the brand new car, man. Come on down, win you a new car here on the prices, right?
The Coast2Coast Racing League.
It's the Coast2Coast Racing League. Taxes and everything else not applicable to the service. Something like that. We do not condone the actions that are advised up here in the Coast2Coast Racing Network booth. There we go. We're about to set these drivers loose here. 6 laps. Everybody is gonna come. Everybody gonna
Green flag.
transfer on. Here we go. Let's go. Donovan Ross out at the front here. He's under pressure from Andy Patton. Here comes Patrick Spangler in the yellow and black machine. Trying to work around the high side. Probably about the best place for the grip. I'll put around the wall. Got to put the right side of the car up there. Got to be easy though. These cars have all the horsepower under the hood that you could ask for. Just got to be nice and gentle with it. Don't want to spin the tires. Don't want to get too tight. Push up into the outside wall. Here comes Patrick Spangler. Going to go for the slider down 3 and 4. He gets it done. Donovan Ross on the cross back. Down the back turn number 1. It's the battle for the lead. Donovan Ross, Patrick Spangler with the advantage out of turn 2. Here comes Gavin Chatham now trying to work his way around Donovan Ross. That's for the second position. He gets it done. Now Spangler going to try to pull away from both Gavin Chatham and Donovan Ross. Donovan Ross maybe trying to think about doing a move here on the white flag over Gavin Chatham. Donovan Ross up into the outside wall. Unfortunately, not going to lose too much momentum here. Andy Patton well far out of the way, not going to make a difference. Patrick Spangler, he wins heat race number 1. Gavin Chatham second. Donovan Ross sends it off into the pit road tire barrier. Andy Patton will get 4th. So we head into heat race number 2 here. The Bob the Good starting out at the front. Kevin Fry gonna start second in the Kubota looking machine. The Mayor, Steven Bixler, gonna start 3rd. Ross Carenta, we just talked to him, race winner in the 360s. He's gonna start in 4th. Blake Chapman 5th. Gary Taylor gonna start 6th, and Jack Clevenger gonna round out the 7-car field for 6 laps. Everybody transfers on. Look about you.
Put us back in heat race number 2. Go.
Absolutely good little field here. Blake Chapman once again gonna have to make his way up through the field. Jack Clevenger, the same situation. We got our favorite car out at the front though, Joe. That is the Kubota paint.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely, the Sage machine and the Kubota. Sage fruit. I love it. Love these sprint cars here every Wednesday night. Hometown Heroes, Coast2Coast Racing. C2CRL.com as the Steve Keegan Foundation Pace Truck pulls off. We're going to go green flag. Bob the Good trying to win his heat race, but Kevin Fry on the high side with the momentum, able to take over the race lead. Got to be nice and careful. This track is all nice and slick around the top to the bottom. You see Blake Chapman, one of the few ones trying to run the bottom. There's a little bit of grip down there. Maybe he's found some catfishing around the stale donuts.
Yeah, it is looking strong, man. You see Kevin Fry right now out front, though. Meanwhile, battle's on here for second. Carenta bobbed it good. But Carenta looked good in those 360s.
Yes, he did. He won the 360s, trying to set himself up here for the feature event in the 410s. Right now, Blake Chapman, though, he's wanting to get around these two drivers in front of him, Bob DeGood and Jack Clevenger. He wants to have a better starting position than 10th place if he were to finish in 5th. Right now, moving up to the 4th spot, though, that'll put him up into the 8th for the feature. Maybe trying to get for one more spot at least. White flag, one last shot to move himself up to the 6th place starting spot in the feature. If not, he'll start 8th. But right now, your race winner going to be Kevin Fry. Ross Carenta, Jack Clevenger holds on for 3rd, and Blake Chapman, he'll have a little bit of a ways to come up through the field.
Nice. The heat race. Bring us over here to heat race number 3.
Or warm-up.
Or warm-up.
That's warm-up.
Right, we had. But warm up. We're right back here in a few.
How about the reverse for Lucy Olsen? She has her first point. Yeah, Lucy Olsen, talented sophomore.
All right, folks, feature time 410 wing sprints here tonight. For the grid real quick. Patrick Spangler going to be the man out front with Kevin Fry there in second. Gavin Chatham going to start 3rd. Ross Carenta up in 4th. Adam Ross starting in 5th. Jack Clevenger in 6th. Andy Patton up in 7th. Blake Chapman in 8th. Joe Moose there in 9th. Bobby Good in 10th. Andy Shreves in 11th. Gary Taylor 12th. Jeffrey Barker 13th. Steve Bixler in 14th. Ryan Dickens, really nice.
Is he in this? He is not in the server. So 14 cars.
Taking a break. That's what it is.
Somebody just blink. Not that kind of blink. Internet blink.
Oh.
I heard somebody crash into the world here. Maybe somebody blinked and I didn't see him. But anyways, Patrick Spangler gonna have a good starting spot here for the feature event. Gonna have to contend with Kevin Fry though. Patrick, if you're out there listening to us, try to do a wheelie down the back straightaway. Let's see if he does it. No, nobody's listening to us. Yip yap.
Oh.
Wow. Alright, here we go.
Green, green, green.
Flag about to fly. It does. Spangler and company gets to jump out front. Fry, he's got his hands full with Chatham. Already 2 by 2 in the back stretch.
Absolutely, and I think you're going to see the bottom side be a little bit viable here in the 410s with all the horsepower that they have. They're able to pull out of the corners. You see already Gavin Chatham venturing down there to attempt it. Ross Correnta going to follow Gavin Chatham. You got to keep that left side tire just right above just to the right side of the little stale donuts down there. You can ride it. It's kind of like the opposite of rim riding around the outside wall, but it's rim riding around the inside tires.
Rim ride.
Rim ride. That's right. That's what they're doing right now. Ross Correnta going to go down to the bottom down in 3 and 4. That may be the game plan. Run top 1 and 2, bottom 3 and 4. Right now, though, Kevin Fry and Patrick Spangler, they're both running around the top side, middle of the track, and both ends of the facility here.
It is. Spangler still out front. Fry right behind him. They're all single file. Correnta's trying to. Oh! We got a car fly. We got a flying tractor.
We got a flying Fry. Oh no.
Caution?
Yeah, we got a caution. We got a caution. Yeah, no, the caution came out immediately.
Hey. Gonna go back down to Malcolm Hill's replay, see what happened. Caught the wall, and then the wall caught him and threw him up in the air, and flying Kubota.
Flying Fry right there.
French fry.
Wow, this is gonna
still out front. Wow.
You're gonna set us up for a decent little restart here. Blake Chapman, he's moved himself up to the 4th spot now with that caution. And he is being scored as hard charger up 4 spots. Randy Shreves as well up 4, but both of them do have a few more spots they can move up.
Absolutely. Go. Let's go back green. Solid ones.
Yes, it has, and after this, we got some Xfinity champions to crown for their trail series.
Green, green, green.
Here we go. Patrick Spangler. I'll try to get the win here in the 410s before that occurs. He's got Ross Correnta, 360 division winner. Trying to use the bottom side to get around, just not enough right there in 3 and 4. Goes back to the top side right in front of Blake Chapman. Blake Chapman, he wants some redemption here. He wants a win so bad in any of the divisions on one of these nights at Cedar Lake or Lernerville.
Yes, it does. Meanwhile, I saw Spangler out front with Correnta there in 2nd. He's got Chapman. They're going to look to the inside of him to try to take that inside slide job from him. As Clevenger pulls back here in the 4th place spot. Chatham, man, like you said, back in 5th. Like the top 6 all single file. You got to go back to around 7th and 8th where they're going dueling it out side by side.
Yes, it is. That is Randy Shreves on the inside, Andy Patton on the high side in the red car. They're side by side. I mean, it's about dead even, maybe a little bit advantageous on the high side versus the bottom side. You see Andy Patton, he's kind of running a little bit lower than what you typically would run on the high side around here. Just trying to maybe not hit the wall, and it's working out real good for him. Just ever so slightly catching up to the car in front of him. That is Donovan Ross.
Yeah, absolutely. Andy Patton there with Shreves and company. Bob the Good right behind him. Also see Joe Moose. He's back there in the mix too. All Patrick Spangler out front in this one.
This is Patrick Spangler. He's gonna get around. He's about to get around the lap car. Gary Taylor back in the 13th spot. He'll go 1 lap down. Now Ross Carrenta gonna have to contend to get around the lap car as well. He does down here in turn number 1. Just laps are winding down. That's what happens in these 410s. They have all the power in the world. They clock off the laps the quickest. That means you just run out of time a whole lot quicker than you would in a 360 and 305.
They're still hanging on to 4th. Got him right there behind him, Ross. Breeze and company. Patton. Kind of spread out right now. Trying to see what they can get.
Absolutely. Spangler real nice and smooth around the high side cushion. About as smooth as he probably could be for as slick it is out here on the racetrack. He hits the wall a little bit down the back straightaway. No harm, no foul. Gonna see the white flag in the air. Anybody can kill the car now. Does not matter. Won't see a yellow flag. Last time down the back straightaway into 3 and 4.
At 3 and 4 out of 4 this time by. It's gonna be Patrick Spangler, Ross Carrenta, and Blake Chapman bringing it home.
Oh, and there's a meeting of the Shreves and Patton here on the back straightaway. Neither of them have finished the race quite yet, but we'll get our top 3 up here in the booth every so shortly.
Blake up here, let's get a word.
Hey, Blake, you get a copy on me?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, man, maybe a little bit of a deep starting spot here in the 410s, but you're able to work your way up to top 3. Talk us through it.
Yeah, I'll definitely take a 3rd place run coming from a couple rows back. This track is really, really slick tonight. Hard to get a hold of anything, and I think I should have taken a little bit more out of the engine just to get a little bit more forward bite out of it. But all in all, I'll take a 3rd place for sure.
Absolutely good run for you here in the 410s. You got anybody you like that?
Yeah, I got to thank my parents and grandparents for watching and supporting, and all the guys down at the Coast2Coast Racing Team. I got to thank Preston at Epsilon Sprint Wraps and Andy at AJ Custom Creations. I got to thank Galen's Gourmet Popcorn. They got some of the best popcorn out there. You can go over and check them out on their website. Don't forget to use code CART at checkout for 15% off. And I got to thank you guys for putting this broadcast on.
There you have it, folks. The Popcorn Man in 3rd, Blake Chapman.
Absolutely, man. Like you said, well, bring this guy up here. Patrick Spangler, let's get a word with.
Hey, Patrick, you get a copy on me?
Yep, gotcha.
Well, you started out front. That's where you found yourself finishing. Talk us through this race.
Yeah, I know the heat race is going to be huge because when it's this slick, I think we started like 65% or something. It gets to really one lane where it's top 1 and 2 and then slider 3 and 4. So you almost have to be on the guy and then throw a slider in 1 and 2 and just break the momentum if you're stuck behind him. So got lucky to start up front and just get into a groove and only 1 or 2 cautions. So didn't really break my rhythm there and able just to keep up front.
Absolutely. You stayed nice and smooth before we send you off. You got anybody like that?
Yeah, just you and Joe again for the awesome broadcast each week. Roger on the league, Tringles Racing, Dude XM Designs, and Dad Uncle back on watching.
Yeah, folks, your race winner, Patrick Spangler.
Bring this guy up here, Ross Carrenta, did what he had to do tonight. Ross, Joe in the booth, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Joe.
Well, he looks strong, having a good night here so far in Hometown Heroes, but that 410, is there anything you could have done to maybe to run down Spangler?
Nah, I don't think so. When a track slicks off like this, it turns into pretty pretty much one lane. I think basically the only thing that would have helped me is him making a mistake. I actually made a couple, started pushing a little hard, trying to catch him, and tried a couple different lines, and he pulled away. And like I said, basically it was just going to be a matter of him making a mistake, and he didn't.
I'll tell you what, you still came home second. Got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, same as before. Phantom Motorsports guys, M9 Performance, Velocity Race Design, Weckl Sportswear, Power Outdoors. You guys for putting on the show, and then everybody behind the scenes making this league run.
Yo, Ross Carenta bringing her home second place. Folks, don't go anywhere. We got some Xfinity Series and champs to crown. We'll be right back here in a few. All right, folks, Phoenix time here tonight. Asphalt racing. We crowned a champ last night in what they called the Trail Series here. Tonight, got 4 other guys about to do battle for it here. And one of them who won last night, well, about to see if he can't win again tonight. Cody Graham, Colin Johnson, Daniel, Lewis Meglin,
Daniel Blau.
Roger put Brout.
He put Brock.
Right, yeah, I'm like.
Well, right now, Cody
Oh,
Graham at the top of the 4, and actually all 4 that are in contention real close together. They only got 1 car separating them in this qualifying session.
Like everybody showed up this time. Last night we had 1 contestant. Unfortunately, didn't make it. Right, like I just said. But it has been the Lance Ripka, Cody Graham show here lately.
Yes, it has, and Lance Ripka right now on the pole, and pretty much, unless Krupa here outruns his lap time. Oh wow, he does.
Monster Juice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like orange juice, but it's called Monster.
28.321 for Krupa on lap number 1. See if he can improve it all on lap number 2 right now behind Roger Craig in qualifying time. Gets a little bit out of shape there on the exit of turn number 2. See if he can improve here. Looking for better than 28.32 and 28.018. It does a little bit. Moves ahead of Roger Craig.
Roland Olson says a little bit too much cough syrup during qualifying. Well, I hear you, Olson. Hey, that's okay. He's still starting back there in 15th. You got a shot at this thing. 75 laps. We talked last night about buying tickets on the hill. There's a cactus.
Is there a cactus in the infield?
Go to picture.
I've not seen
Here
the
we
cactus.
go. Lance Ripken coming up front. Grid. Ripken going to start out front in this one. Graham there in second. Anglin starting third. Colin Johnson fourth. Carson Burrows starting in fifth. Daniel Blau there in sixth. Joe Moose seventh. Donovan Ross starting in eighth. Jeffrey Kemper starting ninth. Jeremy Tate up in 10th. Preston Kramer in 11th. Don Krupa starting 12th. Roger Craig 13th. Andrew Cooper Smith 14th. Roland Olson 15th. Canellis going to be back in the 16th place spot. Look at field out here, cars.
Absolutely good, strong field here for 75 laps around Phoenix. Roger, you need to focus on racing. Do not text and drive. He said autocorrect. He said autocorrect with a sad face emoji in our message board.
Yeah, it happens.
Roger, we need to have the fish be put on your Bush car. We love the fish and the number on your truck. We want to see it here on the Bush.
Get up with his painter. Maybe you could paint him up more. Make the fish look good.
I could probably find a fish picture and put it on his car, yes.
Alright, Mission 22 restart. Golson green flag about to fly. We're going racing here at Phoenix. Pace cars in. I like the pace car here, don't I?
Yeah, they do, and I mean, here we go. Lucy Olsen green flag. And in the air.
Good man. He gets that jump there on Graham. who's got his hands full with Meglin. Could start off side by side here for a while. We saw last night, tires, man, give out pretty quick.
Absolutely. You do not want to put yourself in harm's way to be involved in a wreck early on. You want to be there at the end, especially with how strong all four of these drivers are going for the Trails Series Championship. See Daniel Ball working his way around the outside of Carson Burrows. Gonna move himself up the extra spot, and all four contenders for the Trails Champion right there. Nose to tail, Blau going on the inside of Meglin. I'll try to make up that spot and get up into the fourth running order.
Got Ripka out front, this one leading it. Graham there in second. Got, like I said, Johnson, Blau, Meglin. For your Trail Series champions night. Be one of those guys. Gonna win it. Try to see if they can't stop old Cody Graham from stealing the show here, but big battle happening back here around 6th place spot.
Absolutely good battling going on around the 7th area. That's Joe Moose trying to hold off Jeffrey Kemper and Donovan Ross. Donovan Ross and the Go Daddy. Okay, I thought it said Go Daddy, but it says Go Dashy. I don't know. Go Dashy. Okay.
It does. GoDashy.com.
Okay. Why? I'm gonna have to, but I had to guess it's something to do with DoorDash.
Might be. That's true, because got DoorDash on the hood. This is what you're going to see here. It's a little technical after a while. You got to pass with ease here tonight. Last night we saw in the trucks, Corey, tough to pass after a while.
Yeah, once the tires start to wear off a little bit, it gets to the point where it's a little bit tough to go for a pass, and if you're going for a pass, you're pretty much passing a guy that's not saved their tires well.
Battle happening right here in front of old Joe Moose. Burrows, Kemper. Go side by side. It's going to leave the door up for old Moose. Bring it in there.
Yes, he is the Moose man running onto the apron on the dog leg.
I was curious as we just saw that right there, and last night, remember Cody was talking about that. We see a lot of that in real life going off on the dog leg, but it was interesting to hear Cody talk last night of why he doesn't go on the dog leg.
Well, I mean, it bounces the car down and can wear your tires out a lot more and potentially break a shock or something doing it too often throughout the whole race. So maybe late in the run you see them do it if they need to gain an advantage. Or
well, that's what I'm going to ask now. Is there an advantage by going in the dog leg? Because it seems like it's pretty even. It seems like it would be an advantage because it's a shorter way around the track, but is there really that much of an advantage?
I'd say there's a slight advantage if you're going for a direct pass down in turn 1, you do it, or like on a restart, you can use it to get as many spots as you possibly can, but definitely the risk is there versus the reward. You see Joe Moose, he's trying to catch up to Kemper currently still.
I look back here, Roland Olson, remember he said he was off there. Matt Mixon, he's up 5 positions to 10th already.
Yeah, and look at that paint.
I know, that's just what I was looking at. I was showing everybody off the paint job. It's nice, purple.
Yeah, it's more, I think it's more pink. I am colorblind, you're right.
We had this conversation last night. Fluorescent color.
I guess.
That would probably be under the category of a... What do y'all think out there in the chat? Purple, pink. When I think of pink, I think of Barbie pink. Okay, I'm sorry, but when I think of pink, that's what I think of. When I think of purple, I think of purple. I don't know. Getting into these kind of mixed breed colors. That's what I swear. Hear what y'all think out in the chat. Purple or pink? I'm going purple. Corey says pink. Oh, yeah.
I think it's pink.
What I just said.
Ah.
Hey, Corey's going with pink. I'm going with purple. You don't listen, folks. Hard to find good
Joe
help
don't
nowadays.
listen.
Hard to find good help nowadays. Lance Ripke out front. He's definitely got blue on his car. Corey's probably going to come up and say, oh, no, that's black.
No, it's blue. Blue, yellow, and red. And white.
So Corey's going to come up with like, oh, it kind of looks like purple. Cody Graham, he's got black and red.
That's non-debatable.
Oh, okay. Meglin? Oh, what's up, Blau? He's usually the one that's got different. Now he's got green and white tonight, though.
Yeah, he does. Last night it was green and. Did he
We
run
always
on?
talk about him change chrome and all that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the
Flat and all.
chrome, silvery.
Well, we're talking about that championship 4 here for the Trail Series. Cody Graham right now would be leading it. Meglin's there with him with Blau, Johnson. Due to run him down. So far, it's all Ripke, though, in control of this race. Good one. Battle here, though, for 3rd and 4th.
Yes, it is. 3 cars. Blau gonna get it. Yeah, he's got it. He made it on by Lewis Meglin.
And that's about how you make your passes here. Go slow and methodical, and eventually going to make it around. Be careful. Colin Johnson in the back here behind them. Watson set up machine there with him. Yep. Jeffrey Kemper hanging on back here. 6, Joe Moose. Up to 7th. Teammate to Cody Graham, by the way. Know that.
Yeah, I knew that.
Roger Craig back here, 747 machine. White and black car. Corey didn't know.
I knew that. He just doesn't have a fish.
Oh, no fishes on this car. He got the orange peel behind it. Rupert.
The orange peel.
Well,
I mean, it
normally
does have the texture of an orange, I guess.
yeah, you normally see Monster out there in black, and and he goes into the wall. Tried to peel the side of that car off.
Yeah, the right front is taking some significant damage, maybe a little bit of suspension damage now after that hit. Not showing a black flag yet for him, but got to be hurting the car.
Monster. Cooper Smith right behind him, and the Atari. Had one of those now.
We know you're old.
And an Atari. All of them. Got all the games on the side too. Axon, Space Invader, Asteroids. Actica. Pac-Man. Frogger. Icon.
What do you mean? He does have Galactica.
Pitfall. I mean, those 3 games right there were like mainstays when it comes to Atari.
Yeah. No, that's Space Invaders that he's got. Asteroid, something like I don't know. I don't know my Atari games. I played Dig Dug back in the day. You ever played Dig Dug? Okay.
Pit stops. What do you think we're gonna see?
Well, last night we did what, 45-ish or something like that. I'd say about the same here for these Xfinity cars. Showing 50 laps on the fuel distance chart, but probably go in around 45. You at least want to go past halfway in this race. That would put us at 75 divided by 2 is 37 and a half laps. So 38.
Oh, man.
The calculator can do math.
Spartan Racing man out front here, Lance Ripka. Spartan Racing does pretty good. Asphalt and dirt.
Yeah, absolutely doing a good job out here tonight, putting down a dominating performance.
Cody Graham right behind him. Check out what the real points is looking like.
Well, the real points for the fall season, Daniel Blau came in over Colin Johnson by 49 points.
Where's Ripka and Graham?
Ripka's in 4th in points and Graham's back in 5th. Graham and Ripka, they've only ran 7 races apiece compared to the 8 races of the top 3 in points. Top 3 do not have a win, but Ripka, 5 times he's been on track for the 8 times this season that he's ran. He's been in victory lane. Pretty good batting average right there, Joe.
Fine.
And he's finished top 10 in every single race he has entered. If he would have ran an 8th race, I would put him up in contention for the fall season championship. And even still, he could walk out of here with the fall season. At the end of the season, we still have 2 more races after tonight. We got next week and then another week after that. Charlotte and Daytona respectively. You excited?
That.
You excited to crown a champion here in both the fall series and this trail series? Couple more for the fall and just tonight for the trail.
Oh, awesome.
Absolutely, and your trail leader right now, that is Cody Graham. He's got a pretty decent lead right now over Daniel Blau, almost a 2nd lead. Trying to keep that gap as far apart as he possibly can for when we do get into pit stop cycle, but Cody Graham almost 4.5 seconds back to Lance Ripka. Lance showing everybody how it's done around this 1 mile racetrack here in the desert as he's going to get around Roger Craig, put Craig down for his first lap.
Go. So far looking strong. Ripka out front, Graham there in 2nd, Blau. Everybody just being patient on the track so far.
Yes, they are. Everybody's keeping it clean. Nobody's been in contention to wreck. Lance Ripka can see John Krupa right here in front of him. And the orange peel gonna be the next victim to fall down a lap. And after that, it's a long ways to the next car to put a lap down.
Yep.
Gets by Krupa and be able to set sail a little bit more, put a bigger gap over Cody Graham. Cody Graham still has about a 2nd or so gap over Daniel Blau. Every couple of laps it changes between 1 to 1.2.
Right now, first one on pit road, Preston Kramer going to bring her in.
Yes, he is. Preston Kramer Coming down pit road, we'll see where he stops. He stops in his pit box here. I'll put it on the right side jack stand. And the left side. And
Tires
he's
and
off.
fuel.
He did probably a pretty decent lap to come in, maybe a hair early, I would say, but you're at the back of the field, you might as well chance it out a little bit. It's going to come out right in front of your race leader, Lance Ripka, so he won't officially fall 2 laps down. He'll only fall the 1 lap down. That might work for him here in the longer run, especially if he can catch a caution when he gets back to a lucky dog position, but that's going to be long ways around. Got to get it back up to John Krupa to do that.
Hard, still Lance Ripka out front. Graham just being patient like he can. There in second. Should have pit stops, Corey was talking about here, coming up soon. Joe Musto moved it up to 4.
Yeah, Joe moves now up to the top 5, top 4. Got a Jeffrey Kemper. Cody Graham now with a 2-second gap over Daniel Blau. Megalyn, he's in heavy traffic
4-second
right
gap,
now.
man, over.
Yeah. Almost a 5-second gap for Lance Ripka over Cody Graham. If this race stays green, as long as Lance hits his pit stop nice and perfectly, he should walk out of here with a solid lead. Cody Graham just trying to win the Trail Series championship. I'm sure he would love to win the race itself like he did last night in the trucks. And we got a couple of contenders into the pit area. Lewis Megalyn, Colin Johnson coming down right at the halfway mark. Olsen. Say 4 tires fuel stop here for Megalyn and Johnson, splitting this race in 2. Make it a 1 stopper. That'd be nice and careful of pulling into your box. Megalyn does, Johnson does. They go up on the right side. Something like it.
Ah! And fixed it.
And Johnson is at a 2-tire stop. I don't know. That's...
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
I'm not sure how that's going to fare out for Johnston. The time saved versus getting 4 tires probably isn't worth it. And Lance Ripka coming down pit road.
Doing that one. Cody Graham's going to come down with him. That's a smart move on Cody's part.
Yeah, being 5 seconds behind Lance Ripka, you might as well come in. Daniel Blau down to pit road is all pretty much everybody that needs to make a pit stop is coming in. Roger Craig coming in. The only one not pitted yet is John Krupa. He's going to try to stay out, get a lap lead point here. Or maybe not. Maybe he's going to want to come in. Lance Ripka in his box. Cody coming to a stop to his pit crew. Daniel Blau maybe a little bit too sideways there in his box. I understand he's in a corner pit area. And a little bit of a turn to the right. And he's going to catch up to Cody Graham right at the exit of pit road. They're going to drag race to the blue cone. Daniel Blau in front of Cody Graham off of pit road. That is big play right there.
Yeah, because that's actually for that Final 4.
Yeah, that's for the Trails Championship right there. That's gonna, if if it comes down to Blau winning the championship for the Xfinity Trail, that is going to be the move of the race.
Are looking strong. All of them.
Oh man, look at the pit lap time for Blau. 55.92 compared to Graham's 58.32 and even Ripka's 57.65.
Yeah,
One nice pit.
Lost it going in and out of pit somewhere.
Wow.
I mean, his pit stop time wasn't too bad, but
Coming in and
now
out.
Lance Ripka's pit crew was slow, but he made up time going in and out of pit road.
Yeah, but wow, with that 55.92 pit lap time, that is impressive. I mean, Johnson with the
can't make
54.
up that 5-second gap though.
Yeah, gonna be a hard one to make up a 5.5-second gap to Lance Ripka, but he's in the all-important spot right now. Daniel Blau is.
Yeah, and you're right. He's looking at the big picture. Win this trail championship, and he's got to stay in front of Cody Graham to do it. Got to keep concentration because now he's going to have, about 30-some laps to go?
Yeah, just about 30 laps. Yeah, 30 laps to go here for Lance Ripka.
Strong one here so far. Blau, Graham. Graham's not used to being in this situation. This actually will help. If Blau finishes right here too, this is going to help him in the season-ending championship.
Yeah, and the fall championship points as well. I mean, he already came in with a 49-point lead over Colin Johnston, so anytime you can finish ahead of who you're racing against, that's going to help.
That's usually how racing works.
That's how it works, Jesus.
Finish in front of the guy that's in front of you. Usually win because you finish in front of him.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, okay. So the winner gets 100 points baseline, and then it drops down by 2 points per position all the way back through the
That
field.
means you're getting more points than the guy now.
Uh-huh. That's before any bonus points or penalty points are applied. Looks like you get a bonus. You get 5 bonus points for finishing a certain amount of laps. You get 2 for
right now.
leading a lap. And you
I've
get
seen
5
too
for
many
leading
people,
mode. And 5 for getting 0x.
I see too many people, man, get up here and muscle with Ripka and Graham. Blau right now looking strong.
Yes, he is looking pretty good right now. Just got to stay right ahead. Don't have to put a gap on Cody Graham. You just got to stay ahead of Cody Graham. Maybe a little bit of breathing room, but don't overwork your tires. Just back it off if you have to. You don't have to beat him by a 5-second gap. You just got to beat him by a nose length.
Yeah. Ripka right now is just beating them all. 5.7 second gap. Those 2 guys behind him.
Absolutely, Lance Ripka just dominating them. He's got Roland Olsen right here in front of him. He's going to put Olsen his first lap down. Olsen slows up there.
So far.
Yeah, it is. Roger Craig 2 laps down in 13th right now. Only 2 laps
just a touch faster than old Blau. Graham up there, he closes in on the back bumper there. Blau just.
Well, that also means that maybe potentially Graham is using up his tires a little bit more to keep up with Blau. Stay on his back bumper. Blau could be backing it up a little bit, just save the tires on this car for later in the run.
Duck Machine versus Graham here. Race Even though it's a race for second, it's a race for the Trail Series championship. As Graham last night took it in the trucks. He's looking to make a clean sweep here tonight, taking the Xfinity Series and get around Blau. I think Blau. Now, it's interesting. I do say to protect the inside lane, but I think last night, I think it was Graham talked about, he changed his lane kind of towards the middle of the track.
Yeah, I mean, you can get it done on the outside down in 1 and 2, maybe not as much here in 3 and 4 towards the start finish line, but 1 and 2, you can utilize the outside, and if you can pinch them down, you get the run off the corner.
They're looking strong.
Graham just doing what he needs to do, keep Blau right there on his front bumper. He sees a couple of lap cars of Roger Craig, Roland Olson. If I had to guess, I'm going to say,
you know what?
If I had to guess, I'm going to say Craig and Olson both are going to kind of pull over to the side, let these two get on by. It's a gentlemanly thing to do.
True. That's what Graham needs to do. He needs to keep Blau honest. And this right here is not really going to help because, boy, almost just gave the whole inside up.
Yeah,
Blau momentum right there helped him.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Graham could have took advantage, went to the dog leg to make the pass, but decided not to go through the dog leg. Interesting to find out why he wouldn't have made the pass there, took the opportunity, but maybe another opportunity here. Roland Olson when they get up to him. Depends on where they catch Olson at. They might catch him down here in turn 1.
Purple or pink?
Aww.
Go with
pink. It's pink. It's pink. Ah. Loving me the wrong way. You're purple.
Good battle here for second. Kind of scientific style battle. Graham's trying to figure out what he needs to do. Blau's just trying to see if he doesn't make any mistakes because one little slip up mistake and then, Graham's going to be right there to stomp. And this just shows you how hard it is to pass here.
Yeah, absolutely tough to make a pass on this track. I mean, you got to do it methodically. You just cannot send it in like you can at like a 1.5 miles or another short track. You got to think about where and when you make the pass. The best place to do it would be down in the dog leg and cut underneath and hope your car is able to stick down in turn number 1.
But as of last night, remember Graham, he said that he felt better not going down into the dog leg. But the problem is Blau's doing the same thing. So, we've talked about this in the past. If a guy in front of you is not going to give you that lane, you're going to have to do something different to get around him.
Yeah, I mean, anything you can try is better than riding behind a guy.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're just kind of stuck. I mean, we've seen that happen. Aero push, aerodynamics, play a factor. See right there, it's not, Graham's probably pushing the car the best he can as tire wear runs off. There might not be anything else that Graham can do other than hope Blau makes a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, he's hoping Blau makes a mistake here, or that Blau just has not been saving tires like he thinks he is.
Very closed in a little bit, but that run Blau does coming off the turn. I mean, Graham really, here you're not going to have the speed to take the outside. Blau has the preferred line. So Graham's going to have to try something, and I think he's going to have to be in that dog leg like you're talking about. Something out of the ordinary here.
Yeah, most definitely. And I mean, I don't know. If you make the move, you got to do it.
And get up there and maybe bump him in the butt.
You could do that definitely down in turn number 1. See Cooper Smith right in front of him. He got a little loose there. Gonna let these two drivers on by.
If he's close enough right there where Blau takes that middle style of the lane, which is the preferred line, Graham might be able to shoot it on the inside of him there and keep Blau up top coming out of the turn. That might be an option, but no, right now I just don't really see where Graham can make the pass. Now he's going to try the dog leg, and it's about the only option I think he's got.
Yeah, he's going to have to utilize the dog leg, get them run down into turn number 1. Not able to do it that time. He might have to be a little bit closer to Blau.
Listening to
coming out of turn number 3 and 4. I mean, what else are you going to do here, Jeff?
Well, and that's what we've been saying. I mean, because right there you see him in 3 and 4. They're dead even taking the same lane. So I think it's got to be the dog leg move. If he can get close enough to him, wing that thing down into the dog leg, hope he gets side by side coming out of the dog leg. That's another thing. And keep Blau tucked up outside. Blau's just not going to give him that line right there.
Yeah, Blau is not going to make it easy here. Here comes Cody Graham once again going to try the dog leg. This might be the best opportunity. He's on the inside of Blau. All depends on the run that Blau is able to generate on the high side. Dead even coming out of turn number 2. Blau with the momentum, and Cody got a little bit loose there from the air. That's going to help out Blau's case.
Lane. Wow.
Absolutely. Graham's going to have to regroup, get back up, but time's ticking out here for these two.
But that's what he's got to do. I mean, that was a perfect example.
Cooper Smith slow.
Yeah, Blau's going to have to make this one skinny. This is the opportunity for Graham. I mean, that lap car should just move on out the way here at this point.
Well, Krupa is Graham's teammate, I do believe, so trying to help out
I don't want to see all that now.
Team order.
Yeah, well, you know what? If I knew that, Group would be taking a ride in the wall somewhere. I'd have moved it. I mean, I don't advocate for somebody wrecking, but if you're going to purposely slow up in front of me to try to get your teammate, guess what? You're going to purposely end up in the front row somewhere. My bad. And that's what I'm going to say. My bad. But I think that's all what Cody's got to do. That's the only move he can do is that dog leg.
Yeah, it worked. It almost worked there that one lap. He's got to make it work. He's got to do something here. Closing lap's going to have 5 to go at the line.
Another thing here, Corey, is if he gets a side-by-side again, he's going to have to pressure Blau further up the track, I think. Maybe kind of push him up the track, so to speak, even more. Keep door to door with him, because if Blau keeps him pinched down, then Graham's just not going to have that grip coming off. But Graham right now, he's there. He might get Blau to make a mistake here.
Trying to pressure Blau into making the mistake that he wants him to make here. Close enough. He's going to go for the dog leg move. This is going to be the next best opportunity right now. If he messes this up, I don't know.
Blau needs to pinch him right here. This is where Blau needs to pinch him coming off the turn. Don't really have to because he's in front of him, but if they were door to door, that's what Blau would need to do. Pinch Graham down so that he doesn't have that flow motion coming off, and it keeps him loose on the inside. Good race, though. Ripke's loving it. He's gone. Ripke's gone out front. 8 seconds. Wednesday night drive. this battle here for second, Corey, for the trail championship.
Yes, it is the Trail Championship on the line. Blau trying to prevent Cody Graham from going back-to-back nights. Trying to prevent the trifecta for the week. 2 to go. What does Cody Graham have for Daniel Blau here in the closing laps? Lance Ripka coming to the white flag. Once he sees the white flag, they can kill each other. Nothing will fly other than the checkered flag. But look at the run Graham has. It's gonna have to come down.
Oh, what he does! Hit him!
Oh, he sold them!
No! Now, I like the bump and run, but I think that was a little bit too much of a shove. And, man, just destroyed Daniel Blau's chances. Cody Graham going to come home in second there. Joe Moose is sitting back there going, hey, Merry Christmas.
Wow. And Cody Graham, actually, hold on. Cody Graham's slowed up here in turn 3.
Maybe it won't matter. He's still.
I mean, is he gonna? I mean, yeah, he's going.
He's gonna let Moose get second, but still.
Wow.
Oh man. Now, we're gonna say trail champion there, Cody Graham. I know he's probably disappointed on how that one went, as Lance Ripka obviously is gonna win this one, but I know race control. We're not race control up here. We're gonna let them sort that one out as far as it goes. Oh, controversy at the end of this one. Wow. Heartbreaker for Daniel Blau, because I think he would have held off Cody there at the end.
Yeah, there was a good chance of Blau holding off Cody, but I mean, we'll get an insight here from a couple of our drivers.
What's this guy here though? Bring him up here. Grandpa Joe, man, let's get a word with him.
Hey Joseph, you got a word on me?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, wow, finish there, put yourself up into second place area. Talk us through that race.
Yeah, I mean, it was green flag the whole way, so I had not a bad qualifying, but wasn't the best, so I knew I was just going to have to work on the long run, and my car was a rocket on that long run. So I was content sitting fourth, and I was pushing it, but I knew I couldn't catch anybody, so I was just sitting there, and then I don't know what happened with Cody and Blau, so I got early Christmas gift, I guess, so I got second. I'll take it just to talk to you guys, but yeah, it was pretty fun.
Absolutely good, fun race there. What, we go caution free, right?
Yep.
Well, man, before we send you off, Joseph, you got anybody to like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Main Street Auto, Fast Eddie's Hot Rods, all my GCAM teammates, Roger for a great league to race in. It's a blast, and you guys for an awesome broadcast. Thank you.
And you have, folks, second place driver Joseph Moose.
Absolutely, the Moose Man up here. Well, let's bring up Cody and let's get a word with him, and he should, as far as we know, he's going to be the champ here at the Trail Series.
Hey, Cody, you got a copy on me?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Man, well, you're gonna be considered a trail champion, but talk us through that move in the race.
Yeah, I feel bad. If his car wasn't junked, I was gonna let him come back by and pass me, just because I don't like winning like that. I think I had a run on him, obviously going into what turn is it? 3, 2, whatever corner that one is, and I should have anticipated. I think he braked maybe a little early to protect the bottom, since I had like a little run down that straight and I was going to go underneath, and I should have anticipated it, and I didn't, and I just braked too late and I got the back of him. So that's on me. He deserved to beat me. I mean, granted, I still had one lap maybe, but I still don't think I was going to get him. So I feel terrible. He deserved it. I definitely didn't. And yeah, otherwise, yeah, I just fumbled that all the way around. I ran out of gas coming through pit lane to make that green flag stop. It started lurching like halfway down pit lane, and then getting out of the pits, I spun the tires about 3 times, and he passed me. And I mean, I was maybe a tick faster than him, but this place is so hard to pass. I tried the dog leg like twice, and I could get underneath him, but it would ruin my entry to the next corner. I think it's 1 now, and so I could get on the bottom, but it just heated up your tire so much you had no grip, and then you just drive around me, get on the outside. So I gave it a try twice, and I said, yeah, I feel terrible. If his car wasn't wrecked, I was gonna let him come back by me, because I don't like winning like that at all.
Well, I'm sure you had good intentions on just doing a clean bump and run there, and I'm sure Daniel was going to be understanding towards you, but, I mean, do you think you could have done anything different other than better pit stop?
I mean, not really. Honestly, I wasn't even gonna give him a bump and run. I was just gonna. So I finally got a good enough exit off. I think that's turn 2 now. So down the straight, I was gonna dive in underneath him, because obviously, we'd been racing side by side. And, we haven't touched each other, and it was clean the whole time. But I had really good short race pace, and then that extended, green flag run of like. I want to say maybe like lap 30 to 40 or 45 whenever we pit, somewhere around there. When the tires just really fell off a cliff. I had good speed then too, and I could maneuver lap traffic a little better, because I know I pulled a gap. But that in between, maybe from lap 5 to lap 10 to lap 30, that intermediate stint, he had more pace than me, and I was just trying to keep it on his bumper and just stay with him, and hopefully, when we got to the end there, his tires would fall off, and I had a little bit something maybe, but yeah, that's not how I want to do it, and it's pretty terrible.
Well, either way, you finished 3rd in the race, and you're the champion. You got anybody like thank you, Cody?
Yeah, Roger and everyone for putting on the league, you and Joe for doing the broadcast, and all my GKM teammates.
Yeah, folks, you're champion, 3rd place driver, Cody Green.
It is, man. What a wild one there on this one. But this guy, man, just out of sight. Lance Joy at the boot.
I got you.
Well, yeah, you just got out front and then never looked back. I mean, you had this thing under control. So, how was you feeling out there at Phoenix?
Well, the first run, green flag run there, or should say fuel run. Car felt real good all the way through it. Was able to get a good lead. And just keep that, and hit the pit stops. I was running out of fuel coming down, getting into my pit, so I think I lost about a second what I could have gained in going into pits. But in that second stint, that was good at first, and then man, it got really tight, and it was taking everything I had to keep the pace.
No doubt. Well, you was able to fly out front and helped you out here, put it in victory lane. Got anybody you want to thank for a good one?
I just want to give old Danley Blau a shout. He had a good shot at it. Unfortunately, it didn't end in his favor, but a hell of a run for him. Ripka Designs, VMR Wraps, all the boys at Spartan Racing. You guys for throwing this broadcast up and doing a good job with that, and Coast2Coast for supplying us a place to race.
Go Lance Ripka, man, ripping up the track here tonight in a big lead. We had a wild one here to finish it off in the Xfinity Series. The man out front, Lance Ripka, for myself and everybody here at Coast to Coast, the hometown heroes. Everyone have a good night.